Hi guys. I don't know what that was. What was that? I don't know. Hi guys. Welcome to Educating Shanny. I'm Shanny and I'm recovering from an eating disorder. Hi Shanny. Hi. So welcome to part 2 of today's Q&A video. I'm going to try and get as many questions in as I can. Of course, I rambled a lot on the first one. I did get in a lot of questions, but I also rambled a whole lot. And I really want to try and get to as many as I can. So let's jump right back into it and try and answer the rest of these questions. Okay, Ciara Higgins. Hey Shanny. Hey. I would like to know, is there anything you do, like a distraction or way of coping? Do I have? Yes, I do. Or a way of coping, where was I? When trying to resist the urge to binge. I'm struggling and I need help. Thank you. I'm sorry you're struggling. I love you and I believe in you and I know that you can get through this. I've talked about this before. This is the first thing I go for. Adult coloring books or any coloring books. I actually still color the little kid ones. Like I love the Disney princess ones and things like that. Like I love anything colorful and princessy and sparkly and pretty and shapes and flowers and I'm just really like that. So I go for these first and I color these, and when my hand gets tired I try and find something else to do with my hands that's not as stressful. So like I will work on what is that game called? Candy Crush. Thank you. What is wrong with me today? I'm on like level 1080 or something. How did I forget the name of that? I play it every day. My mind is not here today. And this is not going to be edited, so that's embarrassing. Yes, I'm drinking soda. Don't judge me. What were we talking about? Oh. So anything else basically that will distract you. I used to, and I haven't done this for a while and I really want to get back into it. I used to crochet a lot. My mom taught me how to do that. I wasn't very good at it yet. I'm still not very good at it, but that is something that I would love to learn to do. So I would just say anything with your hands to keep you from the desire to eat. So like for me, I get triggered to eat and binge when I'm watching TV or watching a movie, but because my body's so sick, sometimes that's all I can do. And so I will just play Candy Crush in my bed, or I will color while I watch the movie. Like just anything that will keep your hands busy. Maybe chew some gum, maybe just like suck on something. Like before my teeth got really bad, I used to just like suck on suckers and candy, which is probably part of why my teeth are so bad. Because they would take forever to eat and it would still be like a taste thing that still like told my brain that something tastes good and I'm tasting it, because that's my problem. I love the taste of food and I'm addicted to it. So I don't know, just keep your hands and your mouth busy, but first of all your hands and then your mouth if you feel the need to. I don't know, does that make any sense? I don't know. Okay, you never look terrible. Aw, you're the only one who thinks that. I really am. I know, I believe you. I believe you, but Ed doesn't believe you in my mind. But Shanny, believes you. So thank you for saying that. If you answer my question, please leave my name out. Crap. Okay. I'll have to go back and bleep it out. Crap. Sorry. Okay. Do you think... Nope, that's not the question. Okay, have you ever vomited blood? Do you think it's from an esophagus tear? Do you think your body can repair itself? It's a good question. Once again, I have been extremely blessed to not vomit blood. I think I've vomited blood twice in my life. One came from stomach ulcers and the other one came from my esophagus. I freaking hate to use the term that I'm about to use, but it kind of explains a lot. I used to consider myself, I don't anymore because I think it's ridiculous to even say this, but I used to consider myself a safe purger. I know, it's ridiculous. There's no safe way to purge. There's no safe, that's like saying I'm a safe cutter. Like, no. And I would be very careful with whatever I stuck down there. I would sterilize whatever it was if it wasn't my fingers. I would wash my hands if it was my fingers. I would make sure my nails were cut so I didn't get scratched. Like I went to full measures. That is so stupid. Now that I'm saying that out loud, that is the stupidest thing. Wow, you guys. We do not deserve to treat ourselves this way. Why do we do this? Why? I don't even know. Anyway, so yeah, so again, I was pretty blessed to not have more blood, even taking my safety precautions. It's so stupid. I still should have bled a lot more. In fact, every time I went to the doctor, they would ask me, how many times have you thrown up blood? And I'd be like, not many. And the 2 times I did, I went right to the hospital, and they of course found what it was right away, and they were very surprised that it didn't happen more often. So most people do. Most bulimics throw up blood all the time, so be careful. What do I even say to that? Not be careful, because I don't even want you to do it, but then I don't want to be a hypocrite, but I'm just trying to, I'm going to move on, because I think you all know what I mean, and I don't, so I'm done. Okay. Joanna Ruby. Hey, Shanny. Hi. It makes me so sad to see you in pain because of your teeth all the time. Do you think getting dentures would solve your problem? How much do those cost? We should all create a GoFundMe for you and get your pearly whites back. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Oh, someone already responded to you. Okay, so obviously you're a little bit new to the party. Welcome. Welcome to the Shanny party, the Shanny Fanny family. Okay, so I actually already did a GoFundMe account, and it expired. So a lot of you guys were wondering about this, so listen up if you're curious. Okay, so I kind of mentioned this before, but my GoFundMe account expired, like, not account, what's the word? When you're trying to raise money, what is that called? The thing where you're trying to raise money expired. And I know why. It's because the GoFundMe company has to make money somewhere. It sucks, but I understand that that's the business of it and that they have to make money. So basically, when I started the first one, they charge you. They charge you a certain amount. I think it changes depending on how much you're looking for, how much you've raised or whatever. I think there's like a percentage that you give to them. So it makes sense to me that they expired it so that I would start a new one and then have to pay them again. And that effing sucks. I get that. And I also get that they're a business and they have to make money somewhere. So I get it. But anyway, the situation happened. That happened right when my grandma was dying, and I was out of my mind. I still am here and there, but I was out of my mind. I did not care to deal with it. I didn't care to set up a new one, whatever. Like, it just has been such a hard time for me and my sister, who is the one that helps me with it. And so, but now, I called her a few days ago, and she's just waiting on me now. I just have to call her back with passwords and things like that, and then we're going to set up another one. We will be able, hopefully, I'm sure we can. I don't know why they would take it, but I'm sure we can still get the money that you guys already donated, which was, I think, like $2,800 or something, which is incredible. We're shooting for 40. I have an anonymous donator that wants to donate a buttload of money, and but they want to remain anonymous, and so I really want to get it back up, and I'm hoping that we can get it soon. And if not, then I'm going to have to do like the cheaper dentures, like the ones that you see your grandparents wearing that just come right in and out and in and out, and you have to put it on with like Polydent and stuff. We were hoping to raise enough to get permanent dentures, which are basically like, see these little screws? Because we started to do it down here. So these would basically be all around my mouth, and the teeth would kind of just screw into them. So there aren't like extra gums that would make me talk funny or that would get food caught into them. Like, they would look like real teeth with my gums. Like, that's what we're going for, because I'm so young. And I have such a long life, hopefully, to live. And so we want the teeth that are going to last the longest. However, if we can't raise that much money and I am still dying, which I'm getting close to with my teeth, then we might go for the mid-priced one that I think is like $10,000 or something, and that's a snap-in one, and it's very similar. It's like kind of in between, I would say. So like, I'll have more of these posts everywhere, and the teeth will just snap in and snap out, but they come with gums, so the gums would be really thick and I would talk funny, but at least I wouldn't be dying of pain. I don't know. So we're just kind of, I don't know. So basically, there's nothing we can do right now. I need to get it back up. and see how much we can raise. And you guys have already given me so much already, and I don't expect any of you, if you've already donated, to donate again. And I also don't expect all of you to donate if you can't. Like, that's totally okay. I'm just grateful for whatever comes my way with this. So, okay, I hope that explained. I need to move on because I'm such a rambler, but I hope that helped because I know a lot of people wanted to know about that. Okay, Scattered Llamas. You guys, she's so cute. Go check out her channel. What is your real name? I haven't watched a ton of your videos yet. I've only watched a couple. Do you see her real name? Anyway, she's super cute. I will put, I'm going to forget. I will put her information below, and you can go check out her channel. She's really sweet, and she's also really funny. I like her a lot, so. That was a deep one. It wasn't loud, but it was deep. Like it burned when it, like it was hot when it came up. Sorry, Mom. Okay, so Scatter Llama says, I hope you feel better really soon. I'm sorry you're going through so much pain. Thank you, honey. How is your GoFundMe doing? Oh, I should have read this ahead of time. Well, now you know. The last thing I remember you saying is that it was being shut down or something. Also, I have a question, but I'm not sure if it's going to be triggering. I was wondering how much you purge now. Like, is it still on a regular basis, or is it more like twice a month type of a thing? I'm sorry if that was already asked or if it makes you uncomfortable. You can skip me if you don't want to answer. Well, anyway, I hope you have a good day, Shanny. I love you. I love your jacket. Purple is the best. Thank you. I love you too. I love that jacket too. My mom gave it to me. Okay, so as most of you know, from the time that I started, when I started my channel, I was binging and purging 3 or 4 times a day. And I slowly got, about 2 months ago, I got down to like 1 to 3 times a week. And I was doing really well, and that was awesome. Now, this next part is going to sound like an excuse, but just hear me out, okay? Then my grandma died. And it hit me with some emotions that I had never experienced in my life. It wasn't about grief. It wasn't about mourning. It wasn't any of that. I experienced, and I'm still experiencing, so much anger. And I am not an angry person. I have never dealt with angry feelings. I consider myself to be like, try and like understand people first before I get mad at them type of a person. I'm so special. I got that from my mom. My mom taught me that. And my grandma. Yeah, my grandma too. Anyway, what was my point? Oh, so these new feelings that are coming up, I automatically reverted back to binging and purging for comfort. And I did it out of anger. And I've never done that before. Like, I just felt so mad. And it was like I had all this built up energy and tension inside of me. Like, I had to do it. I had to purge every single day. And so for the last, since she died almost a month ago, when did she die? Almost a month ago? I have been purging probably 5 times a week. And I'm super disappointed in myself. At the same time, I am trying my very best to keep on doing what I've been doing this entire time since I started my YouTube channel, to not revert to back who I used to be before I started it, because what I used to would have done is, if I had fallen like that, if I had relapsed so bad like that, I would just keep it going and give up completely. But I have been trying so hard to not do that, to keep trying. That's why it's only 5 times a week. I say only because there are 2 days in there, sometimes once in a while 3 in the past 4 weeks. How many times? I think there was a week where there were only 4 a week, but either way, it's not the full every single day like I would have used to done, and also doing like multiple times a day. So I don't know, I'm trying to look at it like that, but it's really hard for me. I've been feeling like I've been beating myself up about it, being like, why are you using this as an excuse? That's such a cowardly thing to do. Like, why are you doing that? Like, you should have known, you should have expected to feel this way. You should have expected that when your grandma died, it was going to trigger your eating disorder because that's your comfort. So you should have known, you should have been aware. Why didn't you take better precautions against, like, I've been beating myself up about it, but I think that that might be part of why I've been so down the past couple weeks, is because I completely beat myself and rip myself to shreds, which is not needed, I guess. So I don't know. So that's where I am now, but I'm not giving up. I'm trying. So okay, Fran Bryan, she's so sweet. I love you, Fran. I hope you have a good day, and I love you, and you're beautiful, and you're really special, and I think she might be my biggest fan. I'm not sure yet. Are you my biggest fan out there? Do I have a biggest fan? Do I have fans? Do I have a biggest fan out there? It's probably Danny or my mom or the other Danny. Or maybe it's Fran. I think it's Fran. Anyway, Fran Bryan says, I hope you get better soon, Shanny. Thank you. Question, I have very obvious scars on both of my arms from self-harm. I just started a new course at college, and college? You're in college? What? You look like you're 13. It's okay. I get that all the time too. I don't know why we look so young with eating disorder. Do you have an eating disorder? I don't remember if you do. Anyway, you look way younger than that, but you're beautiful either way. Okay, so I just started a new course at college, and I always catch people staring. I don't want to wear long sleeves because I'm not ashamed of them, but it still makes me uncomfortable. Any suggestions on how to work around this? Love you so much. I love you too. All right, so that's it. Rude. Okay, so two things are coming to my mind right now. The first thing is that I don't want this to be like I'm giving you tips on how to hide it or how to not be embarrassed, because I feel like the embarrassment that comes with it is kind of maybe what needs to happen for us in order to stop. Do you know what I mean? So like, I don't know, like I find myself when I go swimming, which is rare anymore, but I cut my legs a lot, my upper thighs. And so when I go swimming, especially if I'm going to be with family or somebody besides Danny, I have to wear a swim skirt that's long enough to cover my legs, because like I get what you're saying. Like, it's not that I'm ashamed of them, because it's a mental disorder that I couldn't help, and unfortunately that was how I coped at times. But in our minds it's like, well, at least you're cutting and not slitting your wrists and killing yourself. Like, at least you're cutting safely. That is so stupid too. Oh man, that's stupid. There's no safe way to, I mean, there are safe ways to cut, but it's not, those words should not even be. Anyway, to answer your question, I think that you just have to decide within yourself, because you're saying that you're not ashamed of it. So if you're not ashamed of it, then freaking live it, girl. I mean, don't like show them off and be like, oh, I used to be a cutter. Look at my scars. I don't care if you look at me. But also use your confidence that you know that this is something that is a battle wound. That's what Danny tells me all the time. Those are not scars. Those are battle wounds, because I went through battle. And Fran, if you cut, you went through battle, and it's okay to not be ashamed of that. The only thing that I would get worried about is that I don't like people getting the idea that maybe I'm still doing it, or that I enjoy doing it, or that I'm trying to show it off. And so I always get caught in this situation too. Like, I'm always like, should I wear the swim skirt and just not have to deal with people bombarding me and asking me questions, or should I not wear it and risk people being like, or should I wear it and not risk that? Did I say that correctly? You know what I mean. That's a really hard question. I would like to hear from all the cutters out there. If you're a cutter, please stand up. That's not funny. Okay, so I'd love to hear from any cutters below. What do you think about this question? And I love you, Fran, and thank you for being open about this. Like, these things need to be talked about just as much as eating disorders do, so that it's not so shameful. It just hit me. Yeah, that's what needs to happen, because look at what's happening when we talk about our eating disorders. We need to talk about cutting more. Just hit me. We need to talk about cutting more. We need to talk about all mental illnesses more and take the shame away from it so that people don't get caught in the secrecy and the shame and the loneliness of it. So, good question. Okay. Laura XOXO, you have said before you are a night owl. Do you have trouble sleeping, and what do you do that helps you go to sleep? I've been an insomniac as far as I can remember, and nothing has helped. Just wondering. Thank you, Laura. Is it Laura or Laura? I don't know. In Utah, we say Laura, but my sister-in-law, her name is Laura, and it's spelled Laura, Laura, but she was born in the East, Pennsylvania. Where's Pennsylvania? I don't know, but I know it's not here. So anyway, everyone in Utah, when she used to live here, called her Laura, and I don't know why I'm telling you that. It just came to my mind. Anyway, her name is Laura, but everyone in Utah says Laura, but because of her, I'm like the only Utahn now that has gotten used to saying Laura, and so I want to say Laura first, but what if it's Laura? Does it matter, though? Okay, so I'm sorry you're going through insomnia too. It is the most frustrating thing besides my eating disorder. I would say that what I have is like beyond insomnia. Like I joke about this all the time because I was born at night when it was dark, that's when it started, you know, like I hated being up during the day. I hated the sun. The sun still to this day makes me feel so sick. I always feel like I'm going to throw up when I'm out in the sun, but I think that's because it's been decades of me training myself for that. Like when I was younger and I would go out in the sun more because I had friends and I had things to go out for, it sucked. It was hard for me. I had to fake it. I had to but as soon as that sun went down, man, my energy just shot right up and I'd be up all night, and I still am. And it sucks. So for me, it's like I've tried everything under the sun. I've tried every sleeping pill. I've tried every drug. I've tried everything. For me, what helps me is I don't have an answer. There's nothing that helps me sleep at night yet. Yeah. I don't have an answer for you. All I know is that the only way to get myself to sleep at all, which is usually in the morning, I have to take my nighttime meds, which make me very sleepy. I have to watch a movie or The Simpsons because I love The Simpsons and I've memorized every single episode, and so I can just listen to it and close my eyes and go to sleep. I have to eat something. I have to eat something right before I go to sleep. Which isn't the healthiest, but for me, that's a good thing. Like, at least I'm eating. Because if I don't, I wake up a couple hours after I fall asleep starving and I binge. And sometimes I binge in my sleep. It's true story. I did not realize how long this is. Wow. So anyway, I don't have an answer for you. Are any of you out there insomniacs that have any advice on how to deal with this or whatever? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna have to end it. This was so long. I'm so sorry. I'm not done with the question. Okay, I'll do a part 3. You're welcome. But that's all. If I don't finish all of them, that has to be all, because my iPad does not have the room to hold all of that. So I'll do one more and hopefully I'll get to your question. And if I don't, I promise that next Q&A, I will answer the rest of the questions from this video where I told you to leave them. I will answer next week. So if I don't get to it, don't be mad. Don't be offended. I will get to it. I promise that's where I will go. So nobody leave me any questions this week, because I already have a ton more to answer for next week. So don't leave me any questions, or else I'll get like overwhelmed and I'll feel like I have to. Unless it's like super important and you're like at death's door. Although if you're at death's door, don't come to me. Go to the hospital. I'm not a doctor. I can't do much other than pray for you and send you good thoughts. So, okay, so go ahead and click over to part 3. It should be in the description below, and I will see you in a minute for that. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I do videos Monday through Friday, and I do a buttload of these Q&As, and they're really fun, and I usually sing about my poop, and I forgot to do that. I will sing about my poop in part 3. You're welcome. So I will see you in a minute for that. I love you guys. You are beautiful. You are worth it. And I am too. Thank you for watching. Bye. 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 I'm sorry.